We got married, and shortly thereafter I was deployed to Iraq, and so that was kind of hard on our marriage because I was just gone for a full year right after we got married.
I went and got 2 extra jobs. I was just working a part-time job, and then I went and got 2 full-time jobs. And so I did that because I didn't, again, want him to come back and have to just go right back into never enjoying anything at all. I was just like, you just worked hard enough. You don't need to be doing that to cover our bills.
I was working the 2 jobs. She had 3 jobs, full-time school for both of us.
We were both kind of honoring working so much.
So day-to-day life was pretty crazy, stressful, hectic. I mean, when we were home together, it was a few hours in the middle of the night, and then it was kind of on our way to work. I mean, we had a few hundred left over at the end of the month, and we could save that as much as we could, and then, you know, something would happen, car would break down, or we would have school tuition come due, things like that, and our savings would be wiped out.
My really good friend Shelby, she was in low-income housing after high school when we were both in college, and we reconnected after high school. We didn't really get to do a lot because she couldn't afford to, and so I just didn't really push it. And then out of nowhere, she was building a house, her dream house. I was like, what are you doing? Like, couldn't even go to lunch with me. So she told me about the company, told me to get on a phone call. It was a show me the money call. So got on, heard someone's story. I thought it was really cool. And you just make the income wherever you are, and just really it's up to you how much you want to make. And so that really was exciting for me. And then just knowing the product, I just knew that was something that people wanted, and I wanted to be the one to give it to them. So it was kind of a no-brainer to make extra money. For $100, I said, okay, why not? So I'll give this a shot.
The box showed up, and I said, what the heck is this? And didn't hear much about it, and I thought that she'd started to work out, and she was looking a lot better, and so I mentioned it, and then she showed me the wrap. I gave her some money, so in that way I was supportive. I said, here's, $500. If you make money, it's yours. If you lose it, you're done. I thought it was just gonna waste time and money because we didn't have much time already. And I was actually at work, and she had called me, and she was just screaming through the phone, sounded like she was crying and this and that, saying there was some weird $10,000 bonus that she was gonna get us both to, and retire from our jobs, and I wasn't gonna work anymore. And I was like, okay, crazy lady. In my mind, I said, okay, that's awesome. And I kind of hung up the phone. I was mean. She called me back again, and she was crying then because I'd ruined her motivation and this and that. But I mean, she actually did it. She didn't let me hold her back at all, and I'm proud of her for that. She went through it. She got both the good bonuses. It wasn't me that did that. She got the first 2 all by herself pretty much, and that's what changed me. Was when she got us both to diamond and it became real. Our life has changed dramatically. Finances aren't an issue anymore. The savings account is astronomical. It's not an issue anymore. We're still in the same house we were, and it's a lot more beautiful now. We've done a lot more to it. We have cars that we've paid off. We have, a giant RV that we get to travel around whenever we want, wherever we want. We're both stay-at-home parents, and we wake up when we want to with our daughter, watch Yo Gabba Gabba in the morning with her just because we can, and laugh and play with her. And full-time family, and it works. We like to call it rewired because we're not retired. We're too young to be that. So we rewired means we get to stay at home and be a family and do our business from home and grow our family together. We don't get to miss any moments with our daughter. We don't have to hand her off to a babysitter. We don't have to give her away to some daycare. I mean, we get to raise her. My biggest bump in the road was when I actually had to put in my 2 weeks. As cool as it was to put in my 2 weeks at my job, my biggest bump was that because I was afraid. We had both just gone diamond. We hadn't even seen our paycheck yet. We knew we got the good bonus, but I didn't personally know if it was going to be enough to basically get us by or if it was going to last. I didn't know that. And that was my bump in the road, I think, was actually putting that in and putting the faith into it works, and God to take care of us. I mean, it all worked out. We saw our paychecks, and I was pretty blown away. That's what kind of became my aha moment, is society tells everybody that you have to go to a 9-to-5 job or, an overnight job, whatever it is, but you have to have a job, you have to go to school, you have to accumulate debt, you have to spend all this time at work, and then you get that few-hour block to spend with your family, and that's what society says is okay, and that's not okay. It Works just taught us that we get to spend that around. That's not the business model for life. The business model for life is you work when you need to sustain the income so you can spend the time with your family. The first 4 months, nothing happened. I mean, I was her only distributor, and then we had a few family members that were loyal customers, and that was, I think, our most epic fail with it work because we didn't jump into it. I wasn't supportive. She was trying her hardest, but that's hard when you don't have a husband to support you and stand by you in something new like that. That's why we have It Works events. You get to those, you get remotivated.
Being in a room full of It Works distributors is really encouraging and motivating. After I saw everyone else's lives changing with the company, I realized that they are no different than me. So when you're just doing your own business, you kind of think, oh, my upline's the only one successful at this. That's not true at all. When you go to these events, you see thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who are just so successful, and you're just like, I can do this.
After that, 7 months in, we both went diamond, and that's when I went all in. We both worked together with it.
If I just gave up, so many people would not have the opportunity, would not have the success, would not have the time with their family, would not be getting out of debt, overcoming big obstacles. Just because I pushed through, even when other people told me I couldn't, I was able to really change others' lives just by that one decision.
Society says that it's abnormal for somebody to be home with their kids 24/7. It's even more abnormal, almost unheard of, for both parents to be home with their kids. We were just at a one team, one mission, and it kind of touched me when Mike said, you get one life, you need to live it. And that really kind of hit me a little bit in the heart, because I was thinking about it, and you really do only get one life. I'm not old by any means, but I just turned 23, and I'm like, wow, where did 21 go? I was living, I didn't party a whole lot or anything, so I was working a lot. You need to live your life. Go out, go do these things, travel, do whatever it is you want to do, because you only get to do it once. And so that's the one thing, they need to get out there, they need to do it. Don't be afraid of what people think, because they're not the ones writing your paycheck.
I think it was a really good decision, obviously. Just being able to travel and have the finances too, and the free time too, and the ability to, because our business goes where we go.
It's the best decision anybody could ever make in their life, is to get into their own business opportunity and create what they want out of it.
We own our time, so really, if we didn't want to work the next 2 months, we've worked hard enough in the beginning of our business that we really have full freedom of our time. A lot of the work's up front, and then it's just maintenance, keeping up with people, adding new people here and there, but we really own our time. We can really do whatever we want with our business.
All of our distributors, that's what keeps me motivated. Just seeing them succeed and getting the phone calls from them when they hit diamond and emerald and things like that, and their excitement, I feed off of that. And it's like we always tell our distributors, if you're feeling down, you go to your upline, because they're the ones that are making the money, living the life, and they're the excited ones that'll pass that back down to you.
Move in the direction of what scares you. If you're scared to do that, then that's where you need to be putting most of your time, to be able to overcome that. Because if you as a leader, if that scares you, then your team is going to see that, and they're not going to do it either. And as a leader, you just got to do it for your team and just overcome obstacles that you didn't think you could. Before, when we were trying to have kids, it was basically like I would barely be able to be part-time working and be part-time home. And so to be able to not only me be full-time, but also my husband, I always just hoped I could at least be home. But to be able to bring him home too is incredible. It Works is, I always say it's hope, because it's not even just wraps, it's not supplements, it's not the business opportunity, it's hope that that single mom can actually be home with her kids and doesn't have to worry about having to be away from their kids and be able to provide a good life, or be home with their kids and not be able to provide a good life. It's hope to the woman who's had diabetes her whole life and struggling constantly with it, be able to have relief from it, or that woman who just wants a little extra weight off of her legs to feel better, or the migraine. Just thousands of people, we're selling hope that they can overcome these obstacles in life, whether it's financial or with their health. That's what we're selling, and we can offer people it all. So that's what I love.